Hello, beautiful Journey Junkie tribe, and welcome to our new Zen Den. How epic is it, right? And welcome back to your weekly yoga class where we do the work on the mat. Before we get started and I tell you what this class is all about, make sure you are part of our online tribe. Click that link in the description below. Come join us. Alrighty, today we are focusing on Grasshopper pose. It is an arm balance that requires the ability to twist the body, open hips, strong inner thighs, as well as a strong core. So this is going to be an action-packed class working up to the arm balance grasshopper pose, also sometimes called dragonfly pose, but it'll be really fun and interesting to see how well our body enjoys twisting and lifting up onto our arms. If you are a beginner or new to arm balances, don't worry, you don't have to try the pose. I will give modifications along the way. With that said, unroll your yoga mat and let's get started. All right, tribe, we are starting on our backs. So make your way onto your back. And coming into a supine twist to gently warm up the body, knees are bent. Let your knees fall over to the left. If you're looking for a deeper twist, you can cross your right knee over your left knee and allow everything to spill over to the left as the right arm reaches out to the side. Start to invite that yogic breathing, inhaling and exhaling out of the nose. Building both heat and presence within the body. Last breath. Inhale everything back to center. Use your core to help you bring it back. If you did cross your legs, cross the opposite way. Let everything spill over to the right. The left arm reaches out to the side this time. Next inhale, bring it all back through center. Use your core. Bring both feet planted on the earth. Cross right ankle over left knee and find your figure four pose. Choosing to clasp behind the thigh, maybe around the shin, or leave the feet on the earth for a restorative version. 3 breaths. And switch, release, cross the left ankle over the right, find what clasp works for you, and breathe. Send that left knee away from the body, so towards the front of the mat. Feet are flexed, shoulders are melting down into the earth. 3 breaths. And release the legs. Coming into 𝗂𝗵𝗵𝗶 soles of the feet together, knees spill out wide. This is supine butterfly pose. And we're going to simply open and close the legs using the strength of our inner thighs. So hands can rest atop the hip points, down by your sides, whatever is comfortable. And on an inhale, bring the knees towards one another. Exhale, release. Inhale in. We got 10. Let it go. and up. Really focus on your inner thighs waking up here, and up. And again. Just keep moving like that. I'll let you know when we're on the last round. Last one. And close. And open. All right, we're moving into some core. So peek up here for a moment to see what we're doing. On an inhale breath, the arms come overhead, legs stay out wide. On an exhale, we're going to send the arms towards the front of the mat as we close the knees and bring them into the chest. It looks like this. Inhale. Exhale, come up into a small ball. Use your core. Inhale, open. So let's do that together. We have 10. So meet me here. You're already in 𝗪𝗏𝗏. Send the arms overhead. Inhale, breath. Exhale, curl up, knees together, reach forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Again. Keep moving like that. Halfway there. Stick with it. Breathe deep. Last one. Exhale. Hold at the top and hold and hold and hold. Squeeze your core for 5, 4, maybe pulse 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Hug knees into the chest. Whew. Yeah. Core should be awake. Alrighty, hands come behind the thighs or you can come to your side. We're meeting in tabletop position. So slowly making your way up. And we'll meet in neutral tabletop, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Moving into some wrist stretches because with arm balances, we are putting a lot of weight on the hands. So we want to get them nice and lubricated. You can rock forward and back here. You can start to do circles around the wrist joint, making sure to go the other way. But you have 5 breaths. You can also bring the fingers back towards the body and lean back. Lots of different ways to stretch the wrists, but take 5 breaths to get in there. Show them some love. Alrighty, come back into neutral tabletop. Finish up that wrist love and bring the knees together. Toes are down. Firm up your arms. Push the ground away. Make space from shoulder to shoulder. Activate the core. And then you're going to push into the top of your feet to just barely hover your knees. More core work. Who would have guessed? Relax the neck. Gaze forward. Hug that belly. Up and in and side to side like you have a corset on around your body. And just breathe. Just keep breathing for 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Curl the toes under. Bring the hips back over the heels into toe crunch pose. The core is so active that you probably don't feel your feet screaming at you yet. So enjoy that transitional moment. Hang out. Alrighty, coming back down to the earth, hands down to the mat. Meet me in downward facing dog. Spread those fingertips so wide, curl the toes under, pike the hips back and high. Whew. First down dog. It's always a surprise, right? I always find it so tight, and then by the end of the practice, it feels so wonderful. So take 5 breaths to walk your dog. Making sure your breath is active with you on the mat. That inhale and exhale is steadily flowing through the body, helping to keep the mind here in the moment, the heat continuing to build, the prana, the life force circulating. The breath does so much. Alrighty, find stillness in your downward facing dog, transitioning from down dog to plank pose, back and forth. Here we go. On an inhale breath, find plank pose. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale it forward. Down dog. Bring it back. And down dog. Again. Downward facing dog. Keep going. Again. Last time, inhale forward to plank. This time, hold. Hold, hold, hold. Always feel free to drop the knees. Make sure there is not a banana shape in your back. So you're hugging the belly up and in and side to side. One more breath. And exhale it back to downward facing dog. Here we go with lizard core work. On an inhale breath, shift forward to plank pose. Pick up the left leg and send it back in space. Feel your hamstring and glute turn on. Another inhale. Exhale, knee to tricep, lift it high, plant it outside the wrist, outside the pinky finger, and then drop the hips and open the heart for a breath. Exhale, take it back, plank pose. Inhale the right leg high. Send it back in space. Really feel the hamstring turn on. Another inhale. Exhale, knee to tricep. Plant it. It's a hard one. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, plank pose. Again, left leg lifts. Inhale. Exhale, knee to tricep. Plant. Open the heart. Except this time, lift your hips up and find pigeon pose on the left side. So from here, you lift the hips, use your core to pick up the left leg, knee to left wrist, slide the right leg back. You can take a moment to come up and find a hip flexor stretch, but I really want you to get into the left hip. We're only here for a few breaths, so drop in. Last breath. Alrighty, hands come back into the earth. Curl that right foot under. Lift the hips, step back, plank pose. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to tricep. Plant the foot. Drop the hips down, big inhale. Exhale, lift the hips and transition into pigeon pose, 𝗂𝗶𝗁. So right knee by right wrist, slide that left leg back and drop in. Just a few breaths. Last inhale. Alrighty, hands back into the earth, curl the left toes under, pick up the hips, send it back, plank pose. Last time I want you to inhale the left leg high, knee to tricep, step it outside the wrist, and this time step the right foot outside the right wrist, meeting me in Balasana yogi squat. So step it up, toes out, heels in, drop it low, 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 low. I have this tendency of shimmying my way down, especially the first time. And if this pose is really difficult and not comfortable, throw a block underneath your hips. It will really, really help find more comfort in the body. Elbows to the insides of the knees, lift the heart. We're here for 5. And if this pose is really simple for you, try lifting up out of it more and using more strength. One more breath. Plant the hands, step back. You choose. You can go into a vinyasa or move straight to downward facing dog. But we will all meet in down dog. From downward facing dog, inhale to face, look forward. Tiptoe your way to the top of the mat. See how high you can get your hips. Inhale to lift your heart halfway. Exhale, fold. First fold, so take 3 breaths here. Again, make sure the breath is active. Alrighty, on an inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to step the right foot to the back of the mat. Coming into runner's lunge. So knee stacks over ankle. We lift through the heart, energize the back leg. Once you feel solid, we're inhaling up to crescent pose. High lunge. If crescent pose is difficult, feel free to drop the knee down onto the mat. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana. No big deal. But we're moving here from crescent pose to Thunderbolt, back and forth. So here we go. Crescent pose, big inhale. Exhale, Thunderbolt, 45-degree angle. Arms stay in line with the ears. Inhale up. Exhale, Thunderbolt. Inhale up. Exhale, Thunderbolt. Inhale up. Exhale, Thunderbolt, and hold. Recruit the breath, recruit the breath. Another round. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Preparing to twist. Take an inhale, breath, grow tall through the spine. Exhale to twist to the left. The right elbow comes towards the outside of the left knee. Really energize that back leg. You can also drop down here, okay? No worries. One more round of breath. Gaze down at your big toe. We're not jumping. We're stepping up to twisted Utkatasana. So look down, push off the back leg, come forward, control the movement. Find Parvrita Utkatasana. There we go. So make sure your knees are not getting all wonky. They're nice and lined up. You're lengthening through the crown of the head. And if you want right here, if you want more, You can drop the hips down towards the heels, plant the hands, and work into side crow. You're in the perfect place to play. You simply plant the hands, really use this tricep to outer left knee connection to come forward, hinge forward, pick the feet up. If you're like, what is she doing? Don't do what I'm doing. Hold here in twisted Utkatasana. 2 more breaths and we'll all meet back here. Alrighty. Inhale to just lift on up. Stand straight up. Hands down through heart center. Inhale the arms up. 𝗪𝗏 𝗙𝗪𝗏, grow tall through the body. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale your way to downward facing dog. Vinyasa, no vinyasa. Jump to chaturanga, no chaturanga. It's really your journey to decide what you need right now. One more breath. Alrighty. Inhale that right leg high. Exhale to step it through. Find that runner's lunge. Knee over ankle, back leg super energetic. Inhale up, crescent pose. Exhale, thunderbolt. Inhale up. Exhale, thunderbolt. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale. This time, hold. Hold, hold, hold. Energize through the fingertips all the way to that back heel. The front heel is rooting into the earth. The hamstring and the glute are turned on. The belly's up and in. Inhale, lift up, crescent pose. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Take a breath. Exhale, twist to the right. So left elbow comes to the outside of the right knee. Find the connection. Gaze down at that big toe. Prepare. Step the left foot up. Parivrtta Utkatasana, twisted chair pose. Again, you have the option to drop the butt down, the hips down, plant the hands, and work into side crow. We've got about 4 more breaths, so choose your journey. Choose what you need. One more breath. And then everybody meet with their heels and their hips connected. Come back through to center. Sit all the way down onto your bum. Find boat pose, Savasana. We're going to lower to low boat and high boat 5 times. Inhale, breath. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, high. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last time, exhale. Inhale and hold. Breathe. Lift that chest. One more breath. And let it go. Cross the legs. Take a moment before we practice this arm balance. 5 breaths right here in Sukhasana, seated pose. Reconnect. Come back. Last breath. Let it out the mouth. Whew, you should be feeling much more connected. Now let's work into the posture, okay? The easiest way to come into it is from standing twisted figure 4, which is a conundrum in itself. So if you know that you have challenges with balance, feel free to grab blocks to help you. But essentially, we're gonna start on our left, standing on our left leg, okay? Crossing the right ankle over and sitting down into figure 4. If you've never done this pose, you can watch first or just play along right away. Hands come to heart center. Lengthen and strengthen up through the core here. Take an inhale. Exhale to twist. And you're connecting the right tricep to the inside of the foot here. So this is a huge twist happening, all right? From here, you bend the left knee and you come down onto the ground and you're here, okay? So the right foot is literally on top of my right hand. And of course this block is in my way. You hinge forward, hug the belly up and in, pick up the left foot, and then send it out to the side. Whew. The extension of the foot going out is the full variation. So for right now, I recommend first practicing getting that figure 4 twist down and getting the tricep into the sole of the foot. That's the hardest part. Then transitioning your hands to the earth, and from there, picking up the leg. The shooting it out is the last part. So let's go through it again on this side. Left foot, figure 4 pose. Hands to heart center. Huge inhale to prepare for this twist. Exhale to twist. Bring this all the way in here. Okay. Setting the hands down on the earth, coming to the left side of the mat, gazing forward. Arms are super strong, belly super strong, picking up the back foot. And then maybe sending it out. Whew. And maybe falling. Let's try the other side. So left foot, and I'll demo it from this side so you can see. We stand on the right foot this time. Left ankle comes over. Figure 4. Hands to heart center. Big breath. Twist. Take your time in the twist, okay? Left hand, left tricep comes to the sole of the foot. We set the hands down on the earth. This is enough. This is a challenge in itself. Gaze forward, bend the arms, pick up the back foot. Then maybe slowly transition to kick the foot out. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, right? So as you can see, I'm falling all over the place. This is part of learning arm balances and inversions, being willing to fall. So take a few more moments to practice and play. Maybe throughout all of that, I should have told you in the beginning, you just hang out in figure 4 pose, okay? So 5 more breaths. And if you're over all of it, you can join me in a Uttanasana forward fold. But either way, find 5 breaths. Alrighty, whatever you're doing, meet me in child's pose. Knees wide or knees together, whatever works for you right now. And relax. 5 breaths, Balasana. Next inhale, lift the gaze, slide the right hand through to the left side, finding a thread the needle in child's pose. 5 breaths. Next inhale, lift up, release the right hand, slide the left hand to the right. Next inhale, lift the gaze, slowly walk it all the way in. Swing the legs out to the side and all the way around. I'm moving into Savasana. If you are really hyped up about the arm balance, keep practicing, have fun with it. To seal this practice, I'm taking a 𝗪𝗔𝗹𝗶𝗲 restorative style, with blocks underneath my knees to really let the inner thighs let go and relax. If you're coming with me, settle down and relax. You can also take traditional Savasana, legs long and wide, palms out to the side, reaching up towards the sky. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose. Open your mouth. 2 more. Last time. Let it all go. And as you lay here in Savasana, allow yourself to integrate every piece of you, all of your roles and titles and responsibilities, dreams, fears, insecurities, weaknesses, strengths, everything about you. Let it all come into one place for this moment of surrender. Allowing the body to integrate, becoming one, body, mind, and soul. Take rest, Savasana. We're here for 5 more breaths. If you felt the mind wandering, use this opportunity to come back into your body. On your next inhale, make it big and expansive. Feel the belly lift and the rib cage broaden. Exhale, let it go. Continue those deeper breaths, inviting in small movements with the fingertips, the toes, extending the legs long if you had your hips open. Next inhale, send the arms overhead. Bring the feet together, grow tall. Exhale, bend the knees and find your favorite side for fetal pose. Taking a moment here to thank yourself for getting on the mat and doing the work. Next inhale, lift on up. Meet me in seated pose, eyes gently closed to seal our practice. Seated pose, rising up through the spine, through the crown of the head. Hands come to heart center. We'll close with that universal vibration. Big inhale to prepare. Open those eyes. Whew, that was a gloriously challenging yet rewarding practice. I hope you enjoyed it, that you experienced something new within your body and on your mat. Feel free to keep practicing that pose, working at it, challenging yourself, falling down and getting back up. That's what it's all about. Again, if you're not part of our online tribe, this is why you should be. Click that link in the description below. Otherwise, I'll meet you back here in our Zen Den next week. Namaste.